Venom. So Dan, you talked to us about it as well, right? The Jeff Venom combo, which is why probably Jeff is off the tables now. But are you expecting Juk Woo to be going with a dive character right here, right now?
Not entirely sure right now, because XO, they're starting to peel back a little bit from their dive antics. We have seen Juk Woo rocking the Doctor Strange time and every so often. And here it looks to be no different, but XO still also have the Ultron Torch combo. One of these compositions that really did work out for them if the dive composition didn't work back in stage 1. And here, with Ultron still being available, keep in mind both teams did in fact save that hero for themselves. I think XOXO have a chance to cook up here, but oh, look at that.
Spidey.
Right, Juk Woo on his signature Spider-Man. Look at him go.
Oh my god.
As we open things up here in map number 1, Juk Woo already in a very scary, aggressive situation, but he's already spotted out.
Oh my god, I just love this. You know what? Don't mind me, I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man right here and disturbing the backlines. Going for that first elimination.
Oh no, he's done.
The sustain, and this is exactly what you need to fear, because you can go for the dive, but if they are ready for you, then you are just sitting ducks there if you get gunned down. So Juk Woo, first casualty, and that's going to mark that first draw. Second draw onto Jerry. AloNeFillz is going to respond though, so beautiful play from the Human Torch, just dealing as much damage as possible, building up the ultimates. As the diving strike comes in, KAIDIA though is going to take out Ace. That's huge, but Ace is going to come back thanks to the BRB, so the fight continues on, and Juk Woo persisting on the Spider-Man still.
You can still, as a Spider-Man here, in this map in particular, you can still hook someone off the map, but it looks like TENACITY are well aware of that cheese strategy, and they're just not giving them any room. But keep in mind, the site still hasn't opened up for anyone just yet.
Yo, Wendy getting crushed at the back lines. Captain America doing his due diligence, just chasing off the strategists. And now XZ as well, though, is also going to do his due diligence as a duelist, taking out not just AloNeFillz, but Xetha's going to go down, and Juk Woo is going to go down for another time. So you got to wonder if XOXO has started to ditch that dive or die, or go for that normal composition.
We'll see though, as XZ looking to go legendary here as he's firing away from the skies, takes out Juk Woo. 27A's follows suit as well, but 27A's at least luckily comes back thanks to the BRB, but they are still staggered as Juk Woo and Ace still looking to respawn for the time being as TENACITY finally taking control of the site.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why Spider-Man is not even A tier or S tier, right? According to a lot of influencers list, right? It's just so hard, especially when the opponents know what you're aiming for. It's so easy to just gun you down. You don't have the highest health ever. You don't have bonus armor, and basically, if you get gunned down and aimed down, like what's happening now, right?
Just like that. Quick as you say it, and quick as it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
As Juk Woo gets absolutely shut down, does have the spectacular spin, but doesn't opt to use it just yet, as everyone's starting to dump their ultimates now. KAIDIA throwing out the meteor, but doesn't quite land the mark. But the supernova and the eternal bond as well being used inside of TENACITY and XO. But here we go, more and more utility dropping down. XZ guns down one, but AloNeFillz is quick to trade, as Juk Woo does spin his way, but he doesn't win by getting any frags. And AloNeFillz will find an advantageous position onto Jerry, and the rest of XO looking to take over the site, but that meter is going to get so close. But this invisible boundary also not quite landing right on the site.
Yeah, how are you going to win fights and secure the position if your vanguards constantly fall? And that's also part of the reason why, because the 5v6 that's happening, because Juk Woo just keeps getting gunned down, is also a problem for XOXO as well. So now finally deciding to change to the Angela and the Captain America. Let's see if they'll be able to pull off this last stand. Coming in, trading blows. AloNeFillz so far is doing a lot of damage in the air. Whether or not this is enough is another question. But right now, Juk Woo as the Spider-Man, finally, with that first elimination and gaining control for the first time in this game, Dan.
Yeah, the way XO need to play this out is they all need to dive in at the same time. At that time, before Ace rocked the Angela was on the Venom, but I don't think there was a time where both Ace and Juk Woo were able to coordinate their dives, and
Yeah,
as a
it's hard.
result of that, it's just TENACITY taking early control, but at least XO now securing that site, and we'll just smack NoSmite back to spawn.
Yeah, it's okay. Galactic Legends is up, but so is the Freedom Charge. That's gonna negate some of the damage thanks to the bonus armor. But now, look at Xetha. The cancel animation, the left clicks into the cancels, just coming in, just breaking havoc at the back lines. Beautifully done. 27 Ace though, on the Ultrons, tapping out XZ. That's huge. But Jerry's gonna take out Ace as well. One Vanguard down. But fortunately, the BRB is gonna bring them back. And this is gonna be a 6v5 situation.
Oh, here we go!
That's gonna take out Jerry in the process. Supernova to continue on the barrage onto Zero TENACITY. XOXO coming online, taking down everyone from Zero TENACITY. Then they are wiping the floors clean with Z10.
Juk Woo just with the perfect time with the spectacular spin, and then everyone on XO just follow up on the heroics of Juk Woo as AloNeFillz pops that supernova. The webs don't finish him off, but a nice fire tornado surely will. As then Zero TENACITY will look to reset. No portal opted to use just yet, as Zero TENACITY looking to group up and try to push from the low ground. And here they go, but Juk Woo quick to read their plans as the Adam Warlock Soul Bond doesn't come out in time, as Jerry does in fact trade onto Ace. And that might matter, but 27 Ace looking to be the difference here as he tries to rage his team into a team victory. Jerry doing what he can to try to snipe out as many members as possible. Juk Woo comes back with the BRB, but there is a freedom charge used on the side of Zero TENACITY, but 27 Ace still snipes out Z. Jerry still on an absolute tear. Kraken Impact doesn't quite land the mark though, but will it matter in the end? Because this Bucky is aiming so damn well right now.
Exactly, but missing that Kraken Impact so huge, but now the grapple into an uppercut is going to handle. The Freedom Charge is going to be used by Xetha though to keep everyone alive with the bonus armor. The fight still continues. Everyone just trying to keep everyone on their team alive. And the portal by XZ also coming in just to keep the fight continuing just for this first point. No one is going down just yet, but Juk Woo so low. Gonna get some help coming back to the action. But look at NoSmite clearing up. The first piece to fall is Ace, followed by Xetha.
Oh my gosh, Juk Woo!
Double coming in, followed by another double elimination from XOXO, and it seems like Zero TENACITY, they might not be able to hold on at all. One person left, KAIDIA's gone, and XOXO will be able to get this. I don't think they can make it in time. They don't have the portal.
They already used the portal. XE already burned the strange portal, so it's gonna be round number one, I should say, going over to XO. That was a crazy 99 versus 99 scenario. Both teams dumping everything
guys, the patch has not the tech has not been fixed yet, so Jerry can still pretty much just abuse the left click and the melee attack. Oh, this is gonna be a really no short of firepower here, right? Dan here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But look at the ultimate checkups here. KAIDIA, the only person on Zero TENACITY being close to their ultimates. Whereas you look at XO, you've got 27 Ace with the Rage, Ace with the Heaven's Fall.
Coming in.
It's a matter of time of when Ace decides to pop his CYA now available. The Cosmic Yarn from on your left on that Rocket Raccoon. As the rest, everyone looking to go for a play here, as the Namor Squid might give Juk Woo a hard time, but he's still able to find Dotori. Xetha in the back end will also find Wendy, as Juk Woo follows up with another. KAIDIA with the Meteor M though will trade things out, will pick up a double for himself, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as XO going to take control of the site.
Yeah, Namor? What Namor? Juk Woo does not care about Namor at that point, right? And this is what they actually have to do, right? Because you pointed it out best, Dan. You said that they gotta go together. They gotta dive in together. That's exactly what they did. And Zero TENACITY, all of a sudden, they found themselves crumbling. Like, oh wait, what's going on? We're brawling in a small space. We cannot sustain. Oh my god, we're just getting rushed down by Captain America, by Angela, by the Spider-Man. And AloNeFillz and 27 Ace, they're just shooting to their heart's content from far away, from the air.
They can't get targeted if everyone else is busy dealing with the back line. the dives as Xetha looking to aggressively position. So does Juk Woo. He's undetected and he has to spin. But he's not going to use it just yet as XE will laser down the NelloMello. Will find Ace as well. As soon as we said this Namor was not going to be too big of an issue, might just be the difference here from XO securing more percentage points on the site, but it's still under control, still under the grasp of XOXO01. The spin, not quite finishing off anyone as Dotori and Wendy, though, still gonna go down thanks to Juk Woo's combo.
Yeah, unfortunately has the health pack to work with. Very, very close, right? Continuing the combo! Juk Woo coming in from nowhere! The double elimination on not just the duelist, but on the Vanguard as well. Is that gonna be a triple here? Oh no, the Hulk is just too tanky, but he's gonna be going back to the Bruce Banner form, and everyone is just waiting to get a piece of that. We're probably gonna see his name pretty soon, anytime now.
Yeah.
Or they're just gonna leave him.
Yeah, TENACITY looked to adjust to try to deal with the dive. Loki is a good option, but great clicks coming in from XE. But Wendy on the Loki definitely would help against the dive, as Juk Woo does get dinked away, but AloNeFillz sneaks in from the skies as he skydives right onto the head of Wendy, but it's still an even trade overall. But Juk Woo and 27 A's look to change that. Ace even making that man advantage just a bit more advantageous as Zero TENACITY are shaken. They might have made a mistake leaving Juk Woo to his comforts as the overtime comes into fruition. NoSmite on the Mega Hulk, trying to buy as much time as possible, but the rest of Zero TENACITY now making it in. Dotori being on that Doctor Strange duty will make it on, but AloNeFillz looks to deny them and kick him right out.
Two people down from the side of Zero TENACITY. That's going to be the end song from Jerry, but is that going to be enough at all? Xetha continuing to punish the backlines and the duelists as well. XZ out of commission. How are they going to deal with this? Jerry on the Phoenix as well.
Oh my god.
Picking out AloNeFillz, but Ace as well. My god. Angela and Spider-Man. These two are wreaking havoc in the front lines. Captain America as well. And game number 2 just seems like a breeze for XOXO this time. Like,
that was absolutely insane. XO just playing to their playing to their comforts, playing to their literal team ideology, dive or die. They didn't die a whole lot there, it felt like.
Yeah, in the beginning they did.
Yes. In the beginning it looked a little rough, but after a while they were able to keep it together, pick up the pieces, and Juk Woo, this guy, this is
strategy. To be honest, I'm not quite sure if I'm a fan of the triple strategy because, yes, you do not get burst down as fast, and you have the triple support to just rotate the utilities, right? But here's where the problem comes. The dives can just burst down your back lines. They don't care about your front lines. You know what I mean? And look at Juk Woo. Yes, no Spider-Man, but we already have a hunch that he's going to go with the magic, and that's going to be a big problem to the back lines of Zero TENACITY.
Keep in mind, it's also a team up with Doctor Strange, so Juk Woo also has the chains to work with, so he's able to tether 2 members of Zero TENACITY. And I've experienced it firsthand, and that is a very annoying chain to deal with.
Yeah, very annoying to deal with, exactly. But they're going to persist with the triple strategy. So, like what I mentioned, the one thing that I don't like about triple strategy is your backline is so susceptible to getting bursted down, and you might not even have enough damage to stop the opponents from pushing in. And you know XOXO is an aggressive, full-on firepower, all gas, no brakes forward, right? So if you're going to play against this kind of play, not sure if the triple is going to work, but let's see. Game commences, and the thing is the one that's doing the haymaker in the front line. She's getting a bit more bonus. And look, the back line's getting crushed, right? They're just disturbing, disrupting the back lines. And AloNeFillz is having the time of his life in the air.
Juk Woo now on the Black Panther. It's going to be Ace on the Magic this time around, but XO dive or die. It's Zero TENACITY being the ones that are dying here in that little room. No witnesses, as that is a very dark room and a very confined one, in fact.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, triple is really good in stalling time. But here against, unfortunately, it's like, oh my god, it's going to get disrupted. Spider-Man I heard a Spider-Man. Oh, nice, gonna be disrupted. Gonna get aimed down by NoSmite. Yeah. Good try though. Good try.
Heads up play. Yeah, good try. But a lot of teams have been putting a lot of emphasis and putting up their defenses in that little room. You take cover from flyers, but it really doesn't help you when XO are doing this dive composition. AloNeFillz again taking the disguise, not on the Human Torch this time around, but on the Iron Man. Has the pulse charge available. Ace finds the correct clone. And again, you're in a confined space with so many melee characters. Why are you doing this, Zero TENACITY? You're just setting yourselves up for absolute failure.
Yeah.
As the rest of Zero TENACITY just fall at the seams. And XO with Ace and the crew just putting on an absolute show. If you want a dive composition here in Season 4, this is how you do it.
Exactly. And look at the magic as well. We remember this, right? And it's not even Juk Woo on the magic. It's actually Ace. And Ace, Juk Woo, double backline killers. Yeah, Zero TENACITY just realizes what's going on. Quick to change the composition. It's already at second point, and with 4 minutes to spare. That's a lot of time XOXO has on their hand to keep pushing on.
Is this going to be the fastest 3-point in Ignite history? Let's find out as KAIDIA showing signs of life here from Zero TENACITY after getting an absolute beating. NoSmite and Jerry teaming up to find 2 more, but Xetha does come back thanks to the BRB. Look at the ultimates available on XO. Almost everyone having their ultimates online ready to go, but also on Zero TENACITY, they're close as well, but XZ out of the fight for a few more seconds.
Yeah, changing their comps already. We're gonna see the Angela coming online and the Star-Lord as well. So Iron Man's gonna be replaced. Let's see if that's gonna help a little bit more. There's range of Ultron to work with if he really wants to use it. But now with the invisible boundary, that's gonna be rotated by Wendy as well. Probably just waiting a little bit more. Yeah, another invisible boundary gonna be employed. And the range of Ultron still gonna crush Dotori.
XZ now figures out that it's time to go legendary here. The screens, the shield, the movement speed to try to run away from what is a threatening Star-Lord outside of Zero TENACITY. But now XO, it's their turn on the offensive this time. KAIDIA does find one, but AloNeFillz, with no meteor available, is able to just gun everyone down. Juk Woo finishes things with an uppercut on KAIDIA. And Juk Woo and XO will look to finish things off. Does spot out XZ. Can XZ get up with his left? Oh, no. With that little crowd there, I don't think you're getting out of that one.
That's true. Even if you spin with your E, it's still going to be really hard to deal as much damage as you hope to burst out anyone at all. And this is the specialty of XOXO. Dive and die. The brawling, the team fight pressure into the front lines, into small spaces. Zero TENACITY needs to deal with this. And that's the problem so far. Their backlines are so open and vulnerable to the attacks. Look! It's like, okay, your backlines, you're nowhere to be seen. Fine, your front lines are susceptible right now. Look at
my God!
Strategist Vanguard, I don't care.
This is hard to watch as a Zero TENACITY fan. XO just ripping through the defenses of Zero TENACITY with a dive composition. We had some question marks as if XO are able to rock a more meta composition, but if you're having this much success here right now, you don't really need to go for that right now.
Yeah, that's true. This is honestly, this is not even Zero TENACITY's fault. Spectacular spin, trying to
great
find
bubble.
There's gonna be one more casualty, and the damage is just overwhelming. Ace as well, and the skewer. Look at Wendy. Wendy's like, get away from me. Stop skewering into me. But they're getting pushed back to the spawn. Then they are pushing Zero TENACITY back to the spawn. My God.
Not even the barrier saves KAIDIA from going down.
Oh my God.
This is an absolute masterclass of a dive composition. Look at this. Ace even kidnaps the Captain America, NoSmite, who has to sprint his way into the spawn room. That is something you don't want to say. I want to run back. I want to go home.
No, sir.
XO, they will let you go home, but if you show any amount of resistance, you are just going to get sent willingly, unwillingly, with no consent whatsoever, as the rest of XO just surrounding this third point. No room for Zero Tenacity. You have to cower. Fear Magneto says Zero Tenacity, but that meteor is not going to do a damn thing here.
Unfortunately, everyone's just trying to fight for their lives at this point, right? But the point is just so close. Then, oh, finally, Ace is gonna go down. There's gonna be a 5v6 in play. All right, now consider Ace is gonna go down to 1 minute and a half. Will Zero Tenacity be able to hold on a bit longer with this triple elimination?
We'll do that, in fact. Finally, they're able to hold off the defense, as there's only a minute 20 left on this clock here. Tenacity, this is a good start to kick things off for a defense. At least deny them from a third point. NoSmite is threatening that freedom charge, whereas on the side of XO, they have the Angel ultimate, they have the Rocket ultimate, and Juk Woo also has the spin. Cosmic Yarn going to kick things off here. Gives everyone a nice little 25% damage boost as the flag pins everyone of Zero Tenacity down. Juk Woo did use the spin, but it didn't really quite find anyone. But the uppercut will, as the rest of XO now coming back to what they do best, as they look to rip apart Zero Tenacity. As the point closer and closer to that third point. Can anyone touch? It looks like they're able to in the nick of time. But is it going to be enough? Is the question. XZ, you have to go for one hell of a legendary combination. The bubble provides some extra security. As 27 A's does come back thanks to the BRB. But it's still going to be an even trade until Xetha says something about it. But the meteor keeps everyone alive. And now 2 meteors. The price of 1 Xetha elimination. As XO already, they had a little bit of a trip up there during that push. But in the end, XO complete the triple.
Did you see what happened just now, Dan? The double Magneto M's, and Xetha was like, "Oh, you're gonna Magneto M Isa? No, sorry, he's gonna Tron." So there's not really any hardcore utility healers, right? For example, Fate of Both Worlds is one.
For now, emphasis on for now. And for now, how will Zero Tenacity push from here on out? They got absolutely beaten up in the first round. As we take a little bit of a breather here, as Zero Tenacity going to just relax a little bit. There has been a technical issue. It seems we will get back as soon as that is resolved. But
this sort of composition by Zero Tenacity.
And it looks like we are already back into the match between Zero Tenacity and XOXO01. Zero Tenacity, the ball is in their court, but there is also a lot of pressure on top of it, as a great kidnap from KAIDIA snatches away his fellow doppelganger, that is of Ace.
Ooh, Ace is already down, unfortunately, but it's okay. They still have a lot of time to play around this area. This area is still strong after all. They're just gonna make sure not to get overwhelmed in this situation. So far, so good though. No Captain America to play with, so they're gonna go with a very traditional 2-2-2-1-3 composition. And against the 3-3-3, sorry, against the 3-3-3, might be a little bit hard because Juk Woo, we know he's
great
just...
skewer.
Oh, that's gonna be the first casualty by XO.
In favor of XO. Ace did get skewered by KAIDIA, but naturally being that Angela player, it's gonna be easy to get yourself back into the fight. There's a bit of a dogfight happening here. Ace is just chasing down KAIDIA on the sky as all this is going on. That's a little bit hilarious, but
it is.
Either way, XO are looking to hold as the Cosmic Yarn comes in as soon as XZ pops the Galactic Legend. So that's going to be a ulti for ulti trade here, as oh my gosh, a great skewer coming in from KAIDIA again, but the meteor is going to provide a little bit of a defense here, as the rest of Zero Tenacity looking to push on forward. Here comes the flag, and it's going to take out AloNeFillz, who does have the cocoon and will pop
Karmic Revival.
Oh, it's actually by 27 Ace. 27 Ace actually stole away the Karmic Revival from his fellow teammate and is able to use it to bring everyone back into the fight. And now AloNeFillz also now still holding onto the Karmic Revival, and they get revived a second time. This is absolute insanity. What a great, smart heads-up play from 27 Ace.
Yeah, this is how you sustain as a triple right here, guys. Like the sustain, the revive, and with the Vanguard's help as well, you can definitely help the bonus armor as well. KAIDIA though is going to try and take his chance, just trying to smack the backlines. Ace is suffering quite a little bit. He's going to go down. Dotori is going to take him down actually. Jerry and XZ is going to follow suit right after, but look at how much time they're actually buying at the point. But unfortunately, Zero Tenacity, it's safe to say, they are this close to getting through the point. Oh, AloNeFillz decides to like, hey, you know what? Let me just go back to my comrades.
Oh, he's got the BRB.
Oh my God.
Wait. They still got the Desperation Portal in time just before it taps the first point. Look how close it is. 0.14 meters. And everyone on XO, they scratched the triple. And now Juk Woo on this magic pick, wreaking havoc on the members of Zero Tenacity. They thought they had it. They thought they were done. But XO come right back swinging.
I just love the communication coming in from XOXO. Like, you know what? Just revive there and even use the Cocoon Rebirth. And even if you are dead on the spawn, it's okay. You bought us the 0.5 seconds we need for that Desperation Portal. And the Magic's going to do it from here.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. Now Zero Tenacity looking to come back. But KAIDIA with Heaven's Call gets taken out. But everyone is still pinned thanks to the flag. But the sustain, the Soulbound from XO is just enough to keep the team alive. Ace will take out Jerry. The Fate of Both Worlds not going to save the fellow duelist of Zero Tenacity this time around as the overtime meter comes to fruition.
Karmic Revival
Loki with the Karmic Revival, yeah, like you said, again going in as Ace and AloNeFillz still having their ultimates. Ace gonna go in with the Eye of Agamotto, stuns up 3, and the Invisible Boundary is going to force Zero Tenacity into a terrible situation as they are looking to get taken down here. A phenomenal defense from XO off the heroics of a Desperation Portal from Ace. And that's XO taking over here in map 2. And they put Zero Tenacity in an awful situation.
It was insane. XOXO played like a champion right there. They showed what they're capable of. They showed how they play dive. They showed how they can play triple as well. They show how they can play the double Loki and Adam Warlock Karmic Revival. Shout out to Potch though. He brought up the point that yesterday Rejects was the one that actually used that strategy and was super OP. The Loki and the Adam Warlock tandem. So shout out to Potch. And
they defended first. Now we're seeing here on Convergence. Also looking to defend first as XO looking to be on defense first. We have yet to see what the plan comes in here. KAIDIA on the Emma Frost. A triple, maybe? No, it's going to be the 2-2-2 instead for the defense. Zero Tenacity didn't really put as much emphasis on Vanguards as they are more used to, from what we are used to seeing.
It would sound sick with a beat under it. Think I could sample it?
Now here on Symbio, Zero Tenacity backs against the wall again as XO look to make a name for themselves, look to move on in the lower brackets, and they have to take this map as we kick things off with a portal. We are off. Great bubble actually to allow AloNeFillz to use the portal, but it's going to be an absolute bloodbath in favor of Zero Tenacity. That portal dive play not working at all, as they are just going to get absolutely wiped out. Juk Woo now back on that Spider-Man here. We'll see if he's going to be able to cook here as AloNeFillz. Actually, nope. There's an adjustment here. AloNeFillz going over the Wolverine. Juk Woo now on the Venom as XO tried for a portal play and got absolutely blended, and now we're looking to reset.
Oof. Wow, that hit onto the head as well. Ace gonna be taken out straight off the bat. the defense here is going to matter a lot, right? Because the Zero Tenacity, they obviously love going on the defense first. So this time, it's make or break. XOXO still trying to make things work with that composition. Obviously, Wolverine here will be super great against Groot because it's a direct counter as well. But, you know, it's only a counter if you can get close enough to Groot, though.
Yep. It only matters if it gets close. AloNeFillz with the Wolverine pick. Great kidnap. Oh my goodness. Right outside the zone of a lamp.
Oh my
Quite
God.
unfortunate positioning, but a lucky situation for AloNeFillz to be in, able to secure a very tanky Vanguard that is of the NoSmite Groot, who does switch over to the Strange and is looking to portal to reposition.
Yeah, it's coming in. Oh, the Beast of the Abyss, building up a lot of health. That's Juk Woo on the offense in the front line, just trying to brawl and dive strike in when necessary. So an early portal as well, just to try and bring the fight back here again with the Karmic Revival. 27S is gonna bring back AloNeFillz. That's gonna be the first person back from the Abyss. Ace is gonna follow soon after. And thanks to that, they're gonna be able to bring the full force against Zero Tenacity round number 2.
But look at the defense coming in, though. The Fate of Both Worlds not going to do a damn thing here. Not even the Last Stand going to do a whole lot. 27 days comes back with the Cocoon, but is it going to be enough? It looks like it might just be, as the meteor
blocked by the
going
shield.
to be blocked. Great heads-up play coming in from Zero Tenacity, but XOXO01 looking to push the objective, start charging up the site. NoSmite, though, only finds a stun onto one, and Juk Woo will be going down. Great kidnap coming in from AloNeFillz, but the Fate of Both Worlds will keep him alive in the nick of time, as the rest of XO look to take over the site, as the Fate of Both Worlds just buys enough time. But is it enough time? As it might just be delaying the all-inevitable push that is of XOXO01, and they finally break through with the first point.
That's very unfortunate. Dotori had the right idea, coming in the Fate of Both Worlds just to hold on to the point, right? But unfortunately, his teammates did not follow him. So Ace capitalized on that, used the Rage of Ultron, eliminated both of his teammates from the back line. So a little bit of miscommunication probably at that point. But like what you said, Dan, this is going to be the first point unlocked for XOXO. But still a long journey to go.
Yeah. 3 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time to make the push happen. Whereas Zero Tenacity, though, looking to pick up the pieces. They had a good hold, admittedly, but now they have to keep on going, keep on pushing forward, as 27 days does have the Karmic Revival. Will start bringing people back left and right. Don't worry about getting eliminated right now, because you've got 27 days with your back here. But is it gonna be all for naught? I think that answer is a resounding yes, as Zero Tenacity just rip apart XOXO01 for the second time in a row.
I just love Zero Tenacity's team up here as well, right? Because you have the Groot, the Mantis, and the Loki team up, and that's a lot of sustain. Mini sustain from the walls, from the lanterns. So that's definitely very, very useful in surviving a little bit better against XOXO. But right now, Ace is going to start off with Rage of Ultron. Piece of the Abyss to follow, followed by everything's going to be dumped in by XOXO.
The feed, the UIs on the right side just light up, and they're all sparkling, because XO are dumping everything into the kitchen sink here for this push. The Strangling Prison by NoSmite didn't really do a whole lot there, as XO just looked to clap right back and dump everything that they had available. The only thing left is Juk Woo with the feast at 87%, but look at Zero Tenacity, though. You've got Dotori threatening the Fate of Both Worlds. Now Eggsy with the Endsong Inferno. Jerry close to that Soul Resurges as well, but AloNeFillz is just gonna gun down everyone. Death being the best CC here in Marvel Rivals, as XO look to keep this push going.
Yeah, Zero Nasty trying to hold on as well, right? But you know what they say, as soon as the first piece falls, it's only a matter of time before the second and third piece follows as well. Especially since you cannot do a comeback or a revenge elimination into XOXO. They have the revivability factor, and it's just a matter of time, just a little bit of time before the Karmic Revival comes online again. But coming in with the Soul Convergence, Reach of Ultron going to be used in response. And the Phoenix Tech is going to be used, trying to barrage into XOXO. Will that happen? Yes, on your left going to fall down. But Karmic Revival is going to be employed. Everyone's going to be brought back to life. AloNeFillz is back. On your left is back. And the second fight, round number 2, continues between the two.
Oh! Everyone on XO gonna crumble here. 15 seconds left on the clock here. Xetha, the first respawn, needs to set things up with the portal immediately if he's gonna have a chance at keeping his team alive. Does Juk Woo switch to the magic? No, he's gonna switch over. Can he get there in time? Oh my gosh. It's gonna be close. He's gonna make it right on the nick of time. But Juk Woo, he gets absolutely sniped away. But on your left, has the Fatal Bros to at least keep XO in this fight. Dotori forced to run and take cover. Wendy will steal away the Fatal Bros with the God of Mischief, and now it's Zero TENACITY with the advantage here as AloNeFillz' ultimate is going to be completely nullified.
Ooh, taking out XZ was such a crucial moment as well, but Juk Woo is going to be taken down by Dotori. That's also a very, very important trade-off from Zero TENACITY
great
and
stun!
XOXO.
Big stun! Big stun!
Beautiful!
Coming in! Oh my god, Xetha with the Eye of Agamotto! Taking up 3 members, and they're all gonna drop down, and XO off the heroics of a godlike Eye might just be able to secure the second point with the skin of their teeth. Oh my god!
That's so true. They were so close to holding on to the point, and XOXO was just one fight away from getting stopped at before even unlocking the first card. But here they are moving in towards completing the full course. Then this is where things get very interesting because the defense line is going to be so much stronger here because the respawn for Team Zero TENACITY is closer compared to XOXO. And mind you,
at least
they don't have a portal in play.
Yeah, no portal in play, so all that NoSmite has to do is get a multi-man strangling prison as XO are going to get staggered away. They do get the second point. They make it halfway, but they still have one more fight in them. They still have plenty of time to rejoin the fight. 30 seconds left. How does Zero TENACITY look to defend? Do they go for the full court press, or do they just stay back and wait for XO to make their move?
I think with only 30 seconds left, right? I think time is going to be super important. They know that this is going to be the last fight because if they fail here, they have no way of using the portal. I don't think the portal will be in time. Barely, maybe, but now Dark Child can come in. The first brawl coming in, and Song is going to take out 3 of them actually. And my oh my, Zero TENACITY holding on really strong. 5 seconds left. No one will be able to touch point as well.
Yeah, oh no! My gosh, Dotori with the great freeze. And that's gonna do it for XO. An impressive push. Oh my god, there is a wild Luna spell pushing in, and he can't make it.
He got blocked off by the good walls.
I respect the
good walls. My god.
I respect the heads up play from Dotori there. By just barely getting that portal down, they were able to turn the fight on its head. And then Xetha coming in. Touch
the point in time to sustain. And beautiful heads up play by Zero TENACITY at that point. I feel like they might be able to do much better in this map actually.
Yep. And look at this though. Look at the setup from XOXO01. They're using Loki and the Adam Warlock. So there is a chance that a double Karmic Revival will be used by XOXO01. As the rest of Zero TENACITY putting the portal down the low ground to block any sort of backline entry, and they will quickly take over the high ground.
Yeah, high ground is so important, especially in team fights, right? In engagements, it definitely gives you an angle to work with, a lot more angles to work with. And wait a minute, it seems like they are slowly taking over the point, but XZ, you cannot go up to him and brawl in close quarter combats. The Phoenix Tech is still very OP.
Yeah, look how fast that XZ is stacking up the sparks. But keep in mind, this is a season 4.0 thing. As soon as 4.5 kicks in, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So that's going to be a huge blow to all these Phoenix players that have been absolutely cooking on that mechanic. As the rest of Zero TENACITY looking to push on forward. On your left goes down. That is a key strategist going down 27 days as well. And this this might be where they crumble. Ace is so close to that Karma Revival. Is he going to use it immediately? He might have to, but he gets frozen up. But
Oh, unfortunately.
and now it's going to be, it's going to be Zero Tenacity taking over the first point.
Yeah,
Quick and easy.
I think they're going to wait for 27 A's on Loki to get that 100% and copy the Karmic Revival first, because first point has already been unlocked after all. So might as well just save up a little bit more. But Zero Tenacity has 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play around with before reaching the halfway point. I'm not sure if XOXO can afford to hold them that much longer, as a matter of fact.
Juk Woo is deep in enemy territory right now. He is getting chunked down, but is able to grapple his way back into safety of his team as the rest of Zero Tenacity looking to push on forward. Look at the ultimates available. Aya Bagamoto stuns up 3, and they don't have a chance to use any of their own ultimates as Zero Tenacity look to rip apart what is left of XO here in this fight.
Beautifully done as well. The crowd control, they had no answers. This is exactly what happens when you are playing such an aggressive lineup where only your Magneto shield is the direct counter to Agamotto's crowd control, right? There was nothing to counter him, as a matter of fact. So when Magneto was not around, 3 of them got crowd control. It's just a walk in the park for them, just to clean up shop. Zero Tenacity pushing on so much faster. The Phoenix
Need to use these
continuing
ultimates
to...
here. Yeah, as both the teams are going to utilize the Fate of both worlds, but it's going to be 27-8. It's getting absolutely blown up, and it's now on your left's turn to start a dance party. Ace will bring back 27-8 back into the fight. Juk Woo gets taken out, but will come back as well. Zero Tenacity, though. Their push looking good right now as KAIDIA does find one, but the Karmic Revival is still available to bring back Xetha back into the fight. A big 1v1 win for AloNeFillz. It might have been a bit one-sided, but it's a necessary 1v1 that AloNeFillz needed to win if they want to defend and keep Zero Tenacity from securing the third site. Jerry will find another onto Juk Woo. No more Karmic Revival, so now if XO go down, they will have to survive a 6-second death timer. As the rest of Zero Tenacity moving right on in. Look at NoSmite though. He has the Eye of Agamotto. There is no resources for XO to defend from a multi-man stun. When will NoSmite pull the trigger? He's going to deem it now, but it's only going to stun up Ace. But it's still a worthwhile trade in the end.
Yeah, this is looking really bad for XOXO because Zero Tenacity has figured out, yeah, you know what? We're just going to fight fire with even more fire. And with the Phoenix, they're doing exactly that. And not to mention, Juk Woo is on the Vanguard, not even on his usual duelist. That's also going to add a little bit more pressure towards them because he's been known to play the magic that wreaks havoc in the back lines. And with the Venom, as tanky as he might be, we've seen him get eliminated quite a number of times right there.
Yeah, and with that, Zero Tenacity will barely make it to the second point. But now they're looking really good before they make it to the third point. Look how fast that point is moving as the Seduction is going to be popped by KAIDIA to try to zone the rest of XO as 2 go down already. AloNeFillz needs to be the difference maker here in this Galactic Legend, but can they find anything? No. Dotori with the Fate of both worlds will completely deny what is left of that Galactic Legend, and look how close it is for XO. They need to defend just 2 meters, but it's only for 3 minutes. That is so much time for no errors, no way out as Zero Tenacity moving right on in, and it looks like they might be able to on the last 27 days with the Karmic Revival, but is it going to be enough? I don't know. On your left gets the Fate of both worlds right at the nick of time, but is it going to be enough? First damage by Zero Tenacity, not quite getting the elimination right on your left, but they will finally do so as that 10-second ultimate timer runs out, and it looks like it might be XO also running out of room. Zero Tenacity staying alive here in this series.
Yeah, finally coming online in round number 3, Zero Tenacity, showing how exactly they should be playing it. Go up against fire with an even bigger firepower. And the Phoenix was just honestly the best pick in that situation, removing shields and the Phoenix tech with the melee, giving the spark charge as well. that definitely helped in dealing a lot of damage. Just look at XZ. 38,000 damage being
Oh,
this.
we don't know. He might actually play the Iron Fist. We have seen him play it every so often. Does have the team up with Luna Snow, I believe. Instead of just doing extra damage, it's just
Magneto and the Thing in the front line, so they can handle any brawling that's happening in front line. Not to mention the revive factor and the beacon by Rocket. So the composition for the triple this time is definitely much better. But XOXO does have their fair deal of damage in terms of Ultron, Iron Man, and of course Sanjak Woo's magic.
Ooh, they're looking to do a lot of damage right now. The Soulbound from XZ is going to buy a bit of time, but eventually they will all fall.
Woo!
And that is exactly what they do.
What?
3, 4,
What?
5. It's gonna be 6. All falling to the knees in front of XO as they look to come out swinging, and they completely shred through what is left of Zero Tenacity.
That right hit charge hit from the second part, that was just insane. That was a long range knife. But yeah, that's what you can expect from a magic user, right? But coming in at the front line, just trying to destroy the backlines of Zero Tenacity. XZ's like, wait a minute, I can fly really fast. Why am I still getting chased down like this?
Okay, a good sweep to keep Juk Woo at bay, but he's still gonna go crazy. Look at the bonus HP he's working with right now. He is still alive, kicking and screaming. Finally, XZ silences what is left of Juk Woo, but not until XO secure that first point.
Wow. That's insane. All of a sudden, XOXO's like, yeah, you know what? You want to fight with firepower? We got plenty of firepower to deal with. And they did all of that while accumulating 3 ultimates in the process as well. So XOXO looking really strong right now with plenty of time on their timer. I guess the decision to ban out the Doctor Strange is really paying off.
Yeah. Nothing threatening available on the side of Zero Tenacity in terms of threats as Juk Woo, as he's falling from the sky, snipes out a flying Jerry as the rest of XL look to capitalize off the initiation of the Dark Child of Juk Woo. And oh my goodness, yeah, this is looking like
so
it's gonna be a repeat of Yggdrasil.
That's true.
As the point gets ever so closer to that second point. Everyone on XO looking to play zone, looking to play full court press. Look at the chains, look at the bound. As Juk Woo doing what he does best, but he's gonna get traded immediately by the Ultron of Jerry. As Xetha did use the Eye of Agamotto, did only tag 2 as so many rages of Ultrons coming in as KAIDIA finds the meteor right onto the face of AloNeFillz, bashes him right in the skull as KAIDIA looking to snipe out more players of XO from the sky.
That's true, but they are still at the very edge, right? They're still pushing really hard. They're just waiting for the rest of the teammates to come back in, and then they will go in continuing with the push. So far XOXO does not really rely heavily on sustain, but they do have a lot invested into firepower and crowd control. Whereas Zero Tenacity is all about the brute force 2-1-3 composition coming in. XZ, let's see if the Phoenix Tech is gonna help his team this time though again.
Yeah, we'll see though. Juk Woo did adjust. Now back onto the Spider-Man that we all know and love. Wendy is waiting to use the Soul Resurgence at the perfect time, but look at the Strangling Prison though. It's gonna tag up 1. It's gonna be Ace, gonna get stunned up. The Eye of Agamotto only gonna find the Groot of NoSmite. And now here comes the ultimate from Wendy with the Soul Resurgence, but it's going to be a response from 27 Ace with the Invisible Boundary. AloNeFillz now putting down tornadoes throughout the entire lane of this entire map as Juk Woo looking to finish off Wendy with the Rage of Ultron, backing him up. Assistance is necessary here in this game as Juk Woo looking to start meleeing his way into a victory as XZ does switch over to the Star Lord, will find one, will be able to find Juk Woo, tags him out from the skies as Zero Tenacity now holding, but they have to do so for the next 2 minutes.
That's true. Fortunately, the Star-Lord has bought a lot of time, right? With the triple eliminations as well. So now they're going to do another shift, another swap. And AloNeFillz is no longer going to be on the Iron Man. He's going to be on the Wolverine. So he's like, yeah, I want me some stretching posts. And Wolverine it is, going up against the Groot. And of course, there is still a minute and a half before the checkpoint is expired. So right now, the walls are buying a little bit more time. But spectacular spin. Oh, the kidnap happening.
Oh my gosh, great teamwork coming in to try to just bring back the root of Zero Tenacity back into the hands of XO, but it's still a trade in the end. Ace is still in the thick of it, just meleeing his way, fighting to keep that defense going, and they're gonna do just that. But it looks like XO will come out on top here as Ace comes in with the team up with the Wolverine, and it's looking to be beneficial as they look to secure that second point. Can they complete this triple though? That is going to be the big question. 2 minutes left on the clock.
This is such a good spot for Spider-Man as well, right? Because he can catch people off guard and pull them towards their demise. So let's see if he's going to continue using it. But no, he's going to go with the Hulkmeister. Okay, so Hulk, he's going to be supporting as a Vanguard again this time. But here I am, going to counter Galactic Legends. Is that going to be enough? No! It explodes in mid-air. Not going to be employed onto anyone at all, unfortunately.
There's still value, right? You do deny a good chunk of XC's Galactic Legend, so it's still a worthwhile trade in the end. It would have been nice if you were able to get the dunk down, but still a very worthwhile trade. Dotori yanks Ace out of the fight as 27As will shove away NoSmite as a response. Jerry lasering down from above as XZ coming in, spinning and winning. Will find one on your left as Xetha will also go down on XZ's left. And Jerry will clean up what is left as XO need to regroup, need to find a way back into this fight if they want to complete the triple here, as they only have 60 seconds left.
Yeah, they probably have like 2 more team fights, right? So one more here and the other one during overtime. That can be the play to go for. AloNeFillz does have the last stand to work with, but Invisible Boundary is going to be employed by Dotori, Strangling Prison as well by the group. And that's going to help XZ clean up shop alongside KAIDIA. 27 Ace is going to go down. And this, again, is where Zero Tenacity is so good at defending points. Like, XOXO came in for the second time, the third time, and they still fall with only 30 seconds left in the game.
This might be the final push coming in from XO. If they lose out on this fight, they might just have to settle with 2. To see if they're able to go for it as the last stand goes down, but the Soul Resurgence does come in just in time. 27As will respond with that Invisible Boundary. The Strangling Prison going to be blocked as Zero Tenacity looking to try to defend. Dotori finds an advantageous angle. Will take out the fellow doppelganger though.
Beautifully done as well, that pull. But now AloNeFillz does have, is coming in for the kidnap. He's going to be able to take out NoSmite. But Magneto is around with the Galactic Legends. Try to clear up shop of XOXO at this point. Ace is going to go down. Overtime has already been triggered. Not sure if XOXO will be able to hold on much longer. Right now, even the back line is getting manhandled right here by XZ.
Yep, XZ finding the crucial pick onto a strategist, and it looks like Zero Tenacity look to defend and have XO settle with 2 until a Strangling Prison is going to seal the deal, it seems, as XO just jumping in, using the portal to dive right in, but it looks like XO are going to be the ones dying as Juk Woo trying to swing his way, try to make a 1vx situation a reality, but that overtime meter is still going, but it's finally going to hit 0, and XO forced to settle with 2.
Wow, second time that they put a stop onto the march of XOXO. Zero Tenacity definitely knows what's in round 3. They're not exactly as proficient as Zero Tenacity when it came to defending. So XO Tenacity just pushed 1 spot further from 93.78 meters. They're gonna win the second they're gonna win. They're gonna get their second W, and it might be the reverse sweep that you were talking about. Then,
Get ready.
If that's the case, if we go to another,
Magneto.
let me just run the numbers real quick. We've had, what is it?
a lot.
Yeah, we've had a lot of map 5s.
True.
As
But hey, still
this is
looks
our
pretty good.
ninth. This is our ninth best of 5,
Oh,
and so
that's a lot.
far, 4 of them have gone all the way.
Ooh.
Half
That's
of
a
our
lot.
best of 5s have gone all the way to a deciding map 5, and there is a world where Zero Tenacity make this the 6th,
Oh.
or the 5th, something like that. Still, a lot of best of 5s going all the way here, and it's just showing how close the Asia region is between all of these teams, right? It's just so competitive. Every single team on equal footing, it seems, as they are all gunning for either a spot in Atlanta or just going for the top prize.
Yeah, a lot at stake for all of the teams that are playing right here, right? But so far, Zero Tenacity doing good, just pushing slowly but surely, taking out Juk Woo, taking out AloNeFillz, taking out Xetha in the process. And as I like to mention, the first piece goes down, so in the second, the third, and the fourth. Loki being the last one to go down as well. Juk Woo on the Doctor Strange. Will he be using a portal to come in? And the answer is yes. Right.
And immediately blowing up the Jeff as the Strangling Prison, though, from NoSmite will take out AloNeFillz before he's able to dash away and do anything. But Ace comes back with a double. And there's the Fate of both worlds as well. So it looks like XO are going to be able to hold the fort down, as they will look to try and do their best to keep Zero Tenacity from moving any further for the next 2 minutes.
True. Well, at least in this game, we might be able to see Juk Woo with the Eye of Agamotto, since it's building up definitely for sure. But NoSmite, when it comes to brute force, brute thing is just pushing through. Jerry as well, taking out the Iron Man as well. Eye of Agamotto! That
It's going to stun up to 3, but it's not going to do a whole lot because there's Strategist Ultimates being able to nullify it. But Wendy finds the front line of XO. And that's going to be Zero Tenacity moving on forward. No portal available on the side of XO. So they're going to try to just sprint in onto the site and try to at least buy a bit of time, or maybe even deny it.
True. Spider-Man already on point though. Trying to touch, possibly. Trying to just stop the marches as well. But XZ on the turret is just dealing so much damage. And KAIDIA with the Meteor Amp is not going to find anyone, fortunately. But the Lamp has been employed. Everything has been employed. No one has ultimates to work with. So this is just pure hand-to-hand combat right here. XZ with that charge, with that lantern, trying to sustain his life and take out AloNeFillz and Ace once again. And Jerry as well on the Storm has been wreaking so much damage on the battlefield.
Goodness, look at him go, yeah. Able to flick right onto Juk Woo and AloNeFillz.
Ooh.
And those flicks alone is the difference here. As Zero Tenacity looks to secure the first point, they are about halfway done the job here as they look to try and force a deciding game 5.
True. That's really hard.
So do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really hard to do, but they are doing it right now. Like, they are just this close to doing it. But Meteor Ram, KAIDIA is going to be out of the equation. Only one tank remaining on Zero Tenacity at the point, and that's going to be the second Vanguard going off. Wendy has to be really careful. Very, very low health, but it looks like 4 of them are going to be able to sustain and hold the ground a little bit longer. But XOXO, right now, they still have to deal with the push of Zero Tenacity with plenty of time on the clock. Then 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a combo there where AloNeFillz was able to use the last stand to bring, I think it was KAIDIA right into Ace's Meteor. A little bit of that combo play is the difference here when it comes to this kind of games, as Jerry uses the Rage of Ultron to try to find an opening, find a chance to get a big elimination. But NoSmite with the Strangling Prison will find 2. But look at the stuns coming in from Xetha, 4 go down. 4 gets stunned up by the Eye of Agamotto, but only 2 will get eliminated. But it looks like Zero Tenacity are looking to hold despite the offensive plays coming in from XO. Zero Tenacity look to come out on top here.
Everyone's just getting sniped one by one. Like, you see, like, Zero Tenacity already figured out XOXO, right? They want to eliminate you as fast as possible before getting eliminated, which is why they put so much emphasis onto raw firepower in the front line. Pressure into the front, pressure into the back lines. And when you are dealt with XZ on the Star-Lord, with the Galactic Legends, Jerry with the Rage of Ultron when available, it just gives so much damage. Couple that with the Mantis damage buff, you're gonna have a team that almost always will outfire power you in every part of the way.
So looking to keep Zero Tenacity at bay right now, but KAIDIA has something to say about a great right click to take out Juk Woo. But can he find more as the kidnap is used, as does the last stand? But there's a lot of utility coming in from the side of Zero Tenacity and will completely neutralize the threat that is of AloNeFillz. The Invisible Boundary even going to be used on XO's side as 27 days looks to keep everyone alive as the Rage of Ultron is going to be blocked by Ace and will take out the fellow strategist of Dotori on Zero Tenacity. And now with that man advantage, it looks like Zero Tenacity will just quickly regroup, play a more disciplined blend of pros. What a yank from Juk Woo from downtown. Just is able to pull it together. It just seems like he was stopping a whole train. As KAIDIA,
my God, the bunny hop.
That is an absolute crazy pull.
Exactly.
I didn't think the range was there for it.
Necros has shown it plenty of times in his stream, but the bunny hop into the Yang was definitely very, very good. But now Strangling Prison and the wall just to block off exits. Galactic Legends is going to be in response by XZ. Soul Resurgence as well. It's like, yeah, we're not leaving this to chance anymore. We want to stop you here and now, and we're going to use all the firepower we have just to make sure you do not hold on to this point as much as we can. So with one less strategist and one less Vanguard, how are they going to hold on to it? 2 strategists gone from the line. They still have plenty of health to hold on, actually. So right now, it seems like they can still hold on a little bit more. I mean, they can still come back. They can still come back from
this. Yeah, there is a world where they come back here. This is where it matters. Zero Tenacity in a must-win situation. Backs against the wall here. If they lose this fight, they lose the game, they lose the series, and they lose their chance at moving on in this tournament. So it all comes down to this. The pressure is insurmountable for Zero Tenacity, and it looks like XZ can't even handle it as he gets taken out early. But Wendy still able to make the trade happen as KAIDIA also able to capitalize on the man advantage that is in favor of Zero Tenacity, but XO looking to try and do as much of their willpower to keep Zero Tenacity at bay. Maybe even trying to deny the reverse sweep. Both teams trying to play out of their minds. What a sweep from Wendy to take out Juk Woo. The Spider-Man player that we all know and love is going to get taken out by a quick nap forced by Wendy as the rest of Zero Tenacity looking to push on forward. They are so close to that second point. Portal, yes, from Juk Woo is going to be used. So many ultimates. XZ needs to laser down as many as possible. He will find one, will find 2, and finally, with a sigh of relief, Zero Tenacity will buy themselves another 90 seconds.
My goodness, they were throwing everything they had just to stop Zero Tenacity from pushing through. But again, you just see how powerful XZ is, especially when given the proper tools, right? Star-Lord in this situation, he was just out firepowering everyone in this sense. But wait a minute, who's getting kidnapped right there? AloNeFillz going in for that solo kidnap. Is he gonna find anyone is the question, but seems like they are pushing closer and closer. On your left, and initiate with the Fate of Both Worlds. But would that be enough?
See though, the dive comes in from XOXO01. 90-second timer that Zero Tenacity were able to buy is already down to about
Last
half. Here
stand?
comes the last stand to kick everyone out of the invisible boundary, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Look at the juggles coming in from KAIDIA. We'll take out on your left. Wendy in the back line will dink away Xetha as Zero Tenacity. They're doing it. They might make the reverse sweep happen as everyone on XL are crumbling. Juk Woo switches over to the Bucky. Xetha also has the Strangling Prison available, but they need to go now. They need to make it happen if they want to stay alive, if they want to shut down this reverse sweep. Look how close the payload is getting. No one making their way onto the site, but it looks like Xetha able to make it there in time, but the Hulk shield is with the 5 at a time as well, but Jerry and KAIDIA will make the man advantage in favor of Zero Tenacity, and that combo from XO is all gonna go down to pieces as Zero Tenacity equal things, and we go to game 5 for what seems like the 5 millionth time.
I know, what an amazing game coming in from both teams. Like, this might actually be the reverse sweep you're talking about, Dan, because they figured out what to do against the dive composition, against the double revive composition of Team XOXO. And honestly, though, Dan, I feel like the one thing that they failed to do, that they had an advantage in, was they had a Mantis to work with. They locked the Mantis, they locked the Magneto. They had this game. Whereas for Zero Tenacity, they have a Jeff in the mix, which allows healing and damage to be done at the same time alongside the It's Jeff, which can definitely turn the tides into their favor if used during critical times.
Just a quick little shout out. I just took a glance at chat just now. It looks like Bobo King from Down Payment is in the chat at the moment, awaiting to see what opponent he may be up against. If they do win their matchup against Crazy Raccoon, that is the next best of 5 after this one. This one going all the way to a deciding game 5. This is the situation we're in. Zero Tenacity nearly completing the reverse sweep. They're just 2 more rounds away here as XO need to prevent an absolute collapse here in this lower bracket best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is do or die for both of these teams at this point. It's match point. The team that wins the next one is gonna move forward. The other is gonna go home. So no one wants to go home. They want to go as far as they can, right? But XOXO right here, this composition that they're working with, they're like, yeah, we banned your Star-Lord. Much respect to you, XZ. We're gonna use it ourselves. Jen is gonna go down. XZ's gonna take out 27 Ace with the Psylocke though. So recognizing that, yep, XZ, I can still play the Psylocke.
We even mentioned that there was a substitution on XO. It looks like on your left is out, and Rez is going to be subbing in for XOXO01. Another strategist player that will take the reins here in this deciding game number 5, as XO, with that quick little adjustment, will take the site early.
I mean, that's a good adjustment to make, right? If something's working, you continue it. If it doesn't work, you probably need to make adjustments. So let's say Rez will be the answer that they need in order to win this game. But Xetha, look at him just continuously coming, trying to disturb the backlines alongside Juk Woo, who's also on the Venom. And Jeff cannot catch a break. But Angela, my God, almost bringing Rez to his demise, but the quick swap is going to help him survive a little bit longer.
Yep, as Juk Woo resorting to the Vanguard pick of the Venom. KAIDIA will trade things out, but AloNeFillz in the end will make it a man advantage in favor of XOXO01. Xetha will further extend that lead as the rest of Zero Tenacity need to reset immediately, as this site already at the halfway point.
Beautifully done, 50%. Like what you mentioned, halfway point. KAIDIA on the Angela, trying to find that strike onto someone, probably screw someone off the map. But it's so hard, you know, to pinpoint exactly. XZ on the Bucky. Let's see if he'll be able to build up the charge as soon as possible. It's a 2v1 situation. But Juk Woo is going to be slept and ended. Frozen and ended.
Oh my gosh, Jerry looking for the Chef combo, waiting for the opportunity to use it. Still waiting, still biding his time as AloNeFillz takes to the skies with the legendary as he tries to take out more, but will take 2, and still that's already worth as this point might go in favor of XOXO01, but the Eternal Bond is going to be used to try to dash onto the site, but it might have been a little too short as the rest of Zero Tenacity now starting to pile on in. XZ, Wendy, KAIDIA, all popping their ultimates, and they will be able to use it if they see the opportunity to do so. As XO looking to hold with the Freedom Charge. Ace will open things up with a pick onto XZ. That was a player that you needed to take out before they were able to take full advantage of the ultimate. As Juk Woo comes in, feasts onto Dotori. We'll find Wendy as well, and that's all the healers going down as XO halfway done. Step 1 completed in denying a reverse sweep from Zero Tenacity.
I mean, XOXO just looks to be on that Vanguard, so a lot of hopes riding on his shoulders right there, Dan.
It all comes down here. Can XO close it out in round number 2? Zero Tenacity still have another chance to equalize the series within the series. That is this best of 5 going all the way. Both teams really don't want to go home just yet, and you can really see that as both teams going scrappy left and right, hooks flying with a few haymakers in between as everyone on Zero Tenacity looking to reposition, try to make their way onto the side, but look at the dive coming in from XO, trying to shut down Zero Tenacity from any entry onto the side. What a flick from Wendy as 27 days quick to respond and will bring AloNeFillz back into the fight. And as AloNeFillz will take full advantage of that, will use the Galactic Legend to try to wipe out as many members as possible. We'll find one, might not be able to find the second actually will do so without the assistance of the Galactic Legend. As everyone on Zero Tenacity looking to go in, looking to find an equalizing trade, but it looks to be all XO right now. As everyone dumping their ultimates, everyone dumping their resources.
Wow.
But in the end, the dust will settle as XO
no.
take advantage with that portal being a little too late as XO start to stack up the points.
They did not want, they wanted to use the portal before the portal was
no,
unlocked.
They're keeping KAIDIA alive. That's gonna stagger him big time.
You know, just waste a little bit of time before he regroups with his teammate. That's definitely a very valid strategy being employed. But XOXO so far is doing a really good job already, starting the point off at 25%. Of course, right now, Freedom Charge going to be initiated. He's trying to push everyone back with the help of Freedom Charge. Bonus armor is going to be applied onto himself and his teammates, and that's going to help them as well. The push, the brawl, the aggression coming in. Everyone's going down the side of Zero Tenacity, and this is like the second, third time that they are losing the team fight against XOXO in this match point game.
Oh no, this is not looking good for Zero Tenacity. You were so close to making the comeback happen, and not like this is saying Zero Tenacity, as they are just getting outclassed right now here on the domination map. As KAIDIA will find a pick onto Xetha, the door finally opens, and that allows KAIDIA to allow entry onto the site. How much more can he find as Juk Woo face plants into the wall, so he doesn't get the knockup, but is still able to find a pick onto Jerry with the tendrils.
Beautifully done as well. Tendrils can headshot, by the way. So Galactic Legends by AloNeFillz. Gotta keep him alive with the damage boost as well. The lantern's gone. Everyone's going down. Make that a triple elimination by AloNeFillz. Star-Lord, make that a 4-piece. What a beautiful way to employ. And then it seems like this.
Oh no, not again. They're gonna stagger KAIDIA big time again, and look at the desperation coming in from Zero Tenacity. Jerry, you're not him. You're not the Spider-Man of Juk Woo, as everyone on Zero Tenacity looking to try and stay alive in this round. This is not good for Zero Tenacity, as everyone is able to get it in time. Sexy with the double, but the cover revival is just going to completely nullify it. XZ, you need to play the fight of your life here. They are kicking and screaming. They don't want to go out on a whimmer as everyone with fire in their eyes. Zero Tenacity will wipe out too. No more Karmic Revival means these deaths will in fact be worthwhile as Zero Tenacity barely avoid elimination for the time being.
Wow. And they are finally going to be able to turn it around just by a little bit, right? Because it's already 99% by XOXO. This does open up opportunity for XOXO to come in with their ultimates. Loki is ready. He can definitely use the Karmic Revival if needed. And not to mention, AloNeFillz as well. Galactic Legends is up for use when needed. Okay,
oh my
so
gosh,
right
here
now.
comes the offensive. The lamps are going to be used to try to buy a bit of time, but Ace, being the main person with the support with AloNeFillz, will find the double. This might be the beginning of the end here for Zero Tenacity's run here in Stage 2 Ignite, unless KAIDIA is able to find a trade here, but the man advantage is overwhelmingly in favor of XO, as AloNeFillz with another great Galactic Legend is just going to take full advantage as XZ is getting blocked. He's able to squeak on in though. So Juk Woo almost using the body blocks to just deny an entryway into the site as everyone on XO are looking to wipe everyone out, but Dotori gets the Fadeable Worlds just in the nick of time. Wendy now has stolen Fadeable Worlds, I assume. With the Fadeable Worlds, we'll use it immediately as NoSmite will find AloNeFillz. XZ also threatening the Eye of Agamotto, but that overtime meter is running so damn thin. These Vanguards on Zero Tenacity, you cannot move out, or else you risk your own team getting eliminated from this entire tournament as the Eye of Agamotto all but a zone as Ace and the rest of the XO crew look to push on in with the resurgence of souls that is from Ace, but is it going to be enough? Health bars dancing down and up, left and right and center. AloNeFillz now, another great Galactic Legend. Look at the feed, it's lighting up red. XO now putting all the X's onto Zero Tenacity. The time running short. XO deny the reverse sweep and they pick it together and they will take over Zero Tenacity. What a series, what a game this was.
What a beautiful way to end it as well. Beautifully done. I mean, the decision to ban XZ Star-Lord has definitely played off as well. Not to mention the Mantis being banned and saving the Mantis for themselves is helping them so much more in their game against Zero Tenacity. Congratulations, XOXO is going to be the team to move forward. Whereas, unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye to Team Zero Tenacity. XOXO, congratulations.